party people. So it's your girl Nicole back at it again with another video for you hoes. Yeah. Hey guys. So my hair looks like a wreck, so we're gonna pull it up. We're gonna put some moisturizer on, and we're gonna get busy on the makeup. We're gonna do a little no makeup look today. Hey girl, hey. Hey Liz. Hey girls, hey. So, no makeup look today, guys. Morning, Michelle. All right. So, just got off work. Neil left for work. Nate's at school. I'm going to do a little no makeup. I'm going to talk to you guys about, good morning. I'm going to talk to you guys about some stuff that's been going on, some triggers, some old boyfriends and some old friends. Hey, Bella. And, yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, first of all, I want to touch base with you guys about, remember about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago when my old boyfriend messaged me on Messenger to find him a bail bondsman? Well, I went ahead and told my husband, you know, that he had messaged me. And because I don't keep anything from Neil. I tell him everything. So I told Neil that he had messaged me and that he was looking for a bail bondsman. And so I went ahead. Oh, hey, let it snow. I see you, girl. I see you now. I got you. So Joe messaged me and told me to find him a bail bondsman, right? So I called the bail bondsman, you guys, and I had her go up there or call up there to find out what was going on. And come to find out that Joe he had a hold on him in Lawrence County. So even if he could get bailed out, they wouldn't let him out because he had a hold in another county. So he was in jail for felony theft and that hold. So I don't know what happened. I texted him back and told him just because in case he got out and he saw it. But I never heard back from him. But that day that all that happened, it really it triggered a whole bunch of memories, you know, in my mind from my past, from when I was in active addiction. It made me start thinking, and also I just got done watching Jason's video about his ex-boyfriend writing him. So, you know, I think it bothers us, you guys, because we're trying to change our lives now. We're trying to stay sober today, and when people from our past that are still either in active addiction or not living right contact us, it's uncomfortable, you know? And so I want to share something with you guys about somebody that's been contacting me all week, and we were such good friends. So my friend Tara called me yesterday and today, and let me kind of explain to you guys. So me and Tara, we lived together for about 2.5 years during my active addiction. I met Tara when I got kicked out of the halfway house here when I first moved here to Little Rock. I was living in a halfway house, and I lived there for about 9 months. And then I relapsed and got kicked out, and I moved in with my friend Tara. Me and Tara became like sisters, like inseparable, you guys. We did everything together, including drugs. And so when I moved in with Tara, it was like the perfect storm, because we would get high all night, and then I would go to work during the day. And so I lived there for about 2.5 years, and we just stayed getting high, right? Sorry, guys. And so, I remember so many times that we would just stay up all night. And so the other day she called me, right? Yes, Lisa, yes. We had, well, actually that was, I lived in an apartment with my friend, Kelsey. What was her name? God, I can't even remember her name. Anyway, Kaylee and Hunter. That was towards the end of my addiction. Tara was during my active addiction from like 2010 to 2013. So, because I didn't get sober until 2015, right? So anyway, me and Tara, we would get higher than Cooter Brown together. I mean, we was just bad to the bone, y'all. We couldn't stay sober. And it was, I would get so fucked up, and she would always be telling me, you know, like, I'm worried about you, you're doing too much. That was always what every one of my friends would tell me, is I'm worried about you, you do too much, you just go balls to the wall, there's no reason, why are you doing it all at one time? Mm-hmm. Like, if I bought a gram of cocaine, I was slamming it all, you know? I had no, like, I couldn't just do a little bit. I had to do it all. And that's how it was all through my addiction. I couldn't just take one pill. I had to take 5 pills at a time, you know? And that's why I would overdose so much. So, me and Tara lived together, like I said, for almost 3 years. And then I started to get really, really bad, you guys. I was smoking crack, having sex with guys, crack dealers, to get crack for free because I was spending all my money on it. I was spending my whole check on crack. You know, I was shooting up cocaine and smoking crack all day long. So I was going into these psychoses. I would go into cocaine psychosis. The minute the crack would hit I would inhale it. I would start seeing things that weren't there. The minute the cocaine would go into my veins, I would start seeing things that weren't there. One day, me and Tara were at the house, and I kept on telling her that somebody was trying to come in through my window, you know, and she was like, Nicole, nobody's there. And I was like, no, somebody's there. I know they are. Well, I went to work, and then I worked for like 8 hours, and then I come back home, and I'm on my way, and Tara calls me, and she done got in the crack and was smoking it too. And she goes, they're coming in the window, Nicole. I know they're coming in the window, but they're not. But I know they're not. But I know they are. And I was like, girl, you done got that crack, didn't you? So then the next thing I know, she's like, if this white SUV doesn't stop driving around here, I'm going to throw a rock in their window. And I was like, girl, there is nobody around there. I promise I'm on my way home. It's going to be okay. Crack cocaine, you guys, is strong as fuck, and it will fucking take you down through there. It is so addicting. The high from it is literally a minute long, maybe, but it's so intense that it will take your fucking soul. So we would do that all the time and just be crazy, running all over the place. Well, yesterday, I was chilling, and I look at my phone, and the phone is like ringing, and somebody's calling me. They keep calling me, you know? I'm like, who the fuck is this? And so I finally answered, and it was her. I was like, hey girl, what's up? She was like, I miss you. I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay. What's up? Let's talk. And she told me, you know, she had relapsed, because I told Tara, I can't hang out with you if you're not sober. Like, I just can't. You know, I also told her that it was really hard for me to go around her, even if she is sober, because what it does is it reminds me of all the times we had an active addiction. Like, I can't help it, you guys. And so I told her, you know, I would do my best. Maybe we could be workout buddies, because we're both trying to like lose weight and stuff. In fact, she just lost a bunch of weight, and she's getting skin surgery this year. She's going to get her skin, her extra skin cut off. And so, you know, I need a workout buddy. I need somebody to help me stay motivated and to get up and go work out. And I told her, you know, if you're going to stay sober, then we can be workout buddies. That is something I can do, right? So she called me today and we were kikiing. I was working and we were laughing and talking and just remembering our old times, you know what I mean? I know, girl. I know, that's right. It is just so addicting, you guys. So it's all it is cocaine with baking soda rocked up, y'all. It's just cocaine in smoke so you can smoke it. I used to shoot cocaine and smoke crack at the same time. That's how crazy my ass was. You know, I stopped snorting drugs a long time ago because it was just not, it didn't do anything anymore. I had to start intravenous, you know, I had to start shooting because, like I said, smoking it did nothing for me. And shooting it, I mean, smoking it, snorting it did nothing for me. So I graduated to shooting up. But anyway, I don't recommend to anybody to ever shoot up anything, because once you shoot up, you guys, you ain't going back. You ain't never going back. Once you shoot up, it's over. It's over. It's like you're never going to be able to stop doing it that way, because that's an addiction in itself, is the needle. So anyway, she's been calling me, and I love her to death, and I want her to stay sober, right? I want her to stay sober. I care about her, you know, but it scares me because if she's not going to stay sober, I can't be around her. You know what I mean? I just can't do it, you guys. So I told her, you know, you have to stay sober. And so if you want to hang out with me, let's start out doing our workouts together, and let's start out going to one meeting a week together. So that way she can get a foundation in her recovery, because she knows. We were talking today on the phone and she was like, you know, I know that the reason I used is because my trauma. She had trauma. She was raped when she was 8. And she was like, I know that's why, you know, I don't want to get high anymore. I don't want to do drugs, but I keep on going back because I have unresolved trauma. You know, I have unresolved issues. And so I was telling her, you know, you need to get a therapist. You guys, if you can get into therapy, it is so fucking amazing. It'll change your life forever. You know? Hey, Leonard, I just saw your comment. Sorry. It will change your life forever, you guys. So I hope that she will, you know, turn her life around and really be serious about changing forever. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna fucking do nothing. I ain't going back out. Y'all already know. This is why I'm hesitant to go around anybody from my past, because I'll believe that she's going to stay sober when she stays sober. And then maybe she can come or hang out with me and go to a meeting or something. But she has to show me that she can put a couple months together before I go and put myself around her. Because I don't want to be tempted. I don't want to go around and have triggers. It's uncomfortable, you guys, when somebody is like, you used to get high with them, right? And then you go over and it's like y'all aren't getting high anymore. That's what I told her. I said, we don't know each other. We don't know each other sober. You know, we've never hung out sober. We were always getting high together, you know? Or, pain relief, trauma. And then, I started getting high, you guys, because I wanted to fit in. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get high and then I'll be cool. You know, I'll have all these friends. And I can remember my dad telling me, like, listen, Nicole, being cool is not what it's all about. All right. Hey, Deb. But to me, you guys, I wanted so badly to fit in. I was like, I've got to fit in. I've got to fit in. And so that's why, like, now that I'm older and I realize the error of my ways, I'm trying to teach my son to be his own leader, to be a leader and to lead others in the right direction. Because I've always been a natural leader, but I was so insecure in myself that I was searching for someone to lead me. Do you know what I'm saying? And so that's how I got introduced to drugs, because I wanted so badly to fit in, you know? Thanks, you guys. Yeah, thanks for the likes, you guys. And you know what? Here's the deal. If somebody listen, trolls, if you're in here, you can thumbs down my videos because you know what? It helps my videos to get seen to other people. So it doesn't matter if you thumbs down them or thumbs up them. It doesn't matter to me. I just thank you for the engagement. But what was I saying? Okay, yeah. When I was younger, I had this like undying need to fit in. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I had to be like with everybody else. Did you guys feel like that? Like I had to feel accepted. And it was so hard because I don't know why I wanted to be so badly in this certain group of people, you know? But I felt like I needed to be there, right? And it was really difficult, you guys. Now what I'm trying to do with my channel is I'm trying to do my own thing and lead my own people. Hey, George. And be a light in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard. It's hard because when people see you as a leader, they see you as a threat. And so anything that you say that they don't like, they're going to try and, you know, talk shit about. I've also learned that, you know, it's okay for not everybody to like me. And that I will be all right. I'm going to be all right, you guys. So anyway, let's talk about that. So anyway, I told Tara if she could get, you know, a couple months sober and stay connected to me, call me and check in with me, then what she could do was we could, like I said, we could start doing like little workouts and stuff together. But she's got to prove to me that she wants to be sober and that she's going to make the changes. So, and that's just because I have to protect myself. You know, I've got to protect my recovery. And I'm not going to just put myself out there with somebody who isn't wanting to be sober and doesn't want to change their life. So we'll see how that works out. I'll check in with you guys. I'll tell you this much. Neil, he does not like her. So she's going to have to talk to my husband before anything can happen because I'm not going to go against what he says. So I'm not hanging out with her until Neil talks to her. Because me and Neil, you guys, we don't really hang out with anybody. We don't hang out with like friends or go out to eat with anybody. We hang out with each other and that's it. And so it can get kind of lonely in recovery. How many of you guys have experienced just kind of like feeling lonely because you don't go out and do things like you used to when you were high? Ugh, it's so lonely for me now that I'm sober because I don't have a bunch of girlfriends that are sober. Now, I do have one friend, her name is Tawana, and she actually is like such a good friend. She never forgets my birthday. Every year she gets me something. It's so sweet. This year, you know what she did, you guys? She made me a shirt that says Real Talk Recovery. Yeah, it's got the YouTube thing on it and everything, and it says my YouTube handle, Real Talk Recovery, on it. Because she knows how important you guys are to me. You know, I love doing my channel, you guys. I love talking with you guys and helping other people, and it makes me gives me purpose. You know, I do have purpose because I'm a mom and I love my son and he's my #1 priority, but then having a YouTube channel and being able to share with you guys and talk with you guys about my life, it's like so freaking amazing. And if I could tell anybody, I would recommend to get a YouTube channel and try to build friendships because it has helped me in my recovery a lot. I know, Leonard, I feel the same way. And so it's really difficult. That's why I come online, you guys, because I feel like in real life, I can't go out a lot because, like, okay, say I want to go to a concert. Everybody's getting fucked up. Say I want to go out and eat. Everybody's getting drunk. It's just like, fuck. Why does everybody have to be getting fucked up? Like, I don't want to do that today. I don't want to get high today. It's just too much. Like, today I want to be sober, you know? And so being sober to me, you guys, is so important. I don't want to go out and get drunk and high. I'm going to tell you the reason I don't want to get drunk and high. Because I can't get drunk and high like a lady, okay? I can't go out and have one beer. If I go out and drink, I'm taking the bar, okay? If I go out and do cocaine, I'm taking a fucking whole bag. I am going off the fucking radar. I can't drink. Deb, I'm going to tell you this, Deb. Doing a channel, it's hard because you do get comments that are so mean. But you know what I've done? I have blocked words so people can't comment stuff that's mean. I also have a whole gang load of people blocked. Because I don't put up with bullshit. You don't come over here on my channel talking shit or talking against me because this is my channel. You know what I'm saying? We talk about what I want to talk about over here. Yeah, you know, well, when I was younger, I was like doing drugs because I wanted to, like, I don't know, I wanted to fit in. You know, and everybody else is getting fucked up. So I was getting fucked up, you know. At that time, it was like really, really a big deal to smoke pot all the time. Well, now, you know what? I see a lot of people, there's marijuana is getting legalized now. And I was talking to Neil about it. If I could get like a prescription for pot, I would probably smoke marijuana, you know, but in that way, and that's all I would do, you know, but I can't do that because I'm on medication, assisted therapy, and at my clinic, they don't like you to smoke pot. And I suppose if it was prescribed by a doctor, that it would be okay, but here where I live, you guys, they don't have that. They don't have like legal marijuana like everybody else does. But I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking pot if you have a prescription for it. You hear me? Because then you're not buying it from a dealer and you're not putting yourself in a compromising situation. That's the only thing that I see wrong with smoking pot, is that if you're not getting it prescribed to you, then you're going to a dealer to get it. And so that puts you in a harmful situation. Because what if you go to your dealer to get pot and your dealer's got opiates? Right. So that's the thing. Like, it would probably be better to do than to take opiates. But because you're on the opiates, you can't smoke the pot. So, but that's the thing. That's why, you know, when people tell me they're doing marijuana maintenance and they're trying to stay in recovery, I'm like, but where are you getting your marijuana from? Because when you're buying dope, you guys, it doesn't matter. If your weed man is a weed man, he probably has other stuff too. And so that's really putting yourself in a compromising situation. That's why I want people to be careful when they start. Right. See, that's what I'm talking about, George, because it's so, for me, I could not do that, George. I could not go and see my weed man every week knowing that he had dope, you know, and I would buy that shit. I'd be like, oh, hell no, give me a bag. It's so dangerous. It's like, George, I love you, but real talk. You are putting yourself in harm's way, baby, by what happens if one day you are having a bad day and you go to see him and you're like, fuck it, give me some dope. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, you guys. And George, I'm just using you as an example because I know you smoke pot. And you just said, you know, that you're a weed dealer is a coke dealer too. This is why I'm scared for you with that, because it makes me uncomfortable. So I can just imagine what it does for you when you go and see him, you know? So you got to be careful, George. I'm telling you right now, like, I have went back out because of those very things. I was on the marijuana maintenance program, and I was like, oh, I'll be okay. I'm just going to smoke weed. Everything will be fine. And my dope man had other stuff. And then one day, and that's all they're doing. All your weed man is doing is waiting. He's waiting for you to tell him you need it. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I feel about that. You know, what I say isn't the word, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. Right, but here's the thing, her opiate fix, Leonard. This is what I'm saying, though. It's fine, but when you're going to get it from a weed dealer and not a clinic or a distributor, then that your weed man might have cocaine or heroin or oxy or Xanax. And so that's putting you in the line of fire. Like, I couldn't tell you guys, I haven't seen dope, Roxy's, anything like that in 3.5 years. And there's days where I'm like, I need a pill. I need a pill, damn it. And if I seen a weed guy who had pills all the time, that's why my husband keeps having his little situations, because he keeps running into Xanax. You know what I'm saying? And so I haven't saw any dope or any pills or anything like that in 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what I mean, okay? Don't put yourself in compromising situations. You got to protect your sobriety, you know? Because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, y'all. Our drug dealers, they're just waiting for us to relapse. I remember back in the day, my drug dealer would be like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, right? I tell him I'm sobering up. I'm so proud of you, girl. Next thing I know, I'm calling him the next day. I need to... Okay, I'll be right over. Motherfucker, you weren't proud of me. You were just waiting for me to relapse. Because you guys, listen. Your drug dealer, you are his paycheck. You pay his rent, baby. You're how he's making a living. I think about that all the time. I think about how my drug dealer, he probably was tripping whenever he lost me as a customer, because I was paying his damn rent and his car payment. Y'all feel me? I was paying his rent and his car payment. He had like 3 cars. Lived in a shitty old house, though. But I had a bunch of nice rides. Isn't that funny? Cracks me up. Anyway, enough of that drug talk. I just want us all to be careful and be aware. See? You see what I'm saying then, Lisa? That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, girl. We, like, paid their stuff, you know? And it's sad because I used to think that my drug dealer was my friend, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really did. I thought he was my friend. And then I started to realize that he wasn't my friend, you know? He was waiting for me every day to pay his shit, right? But he wasn't my friend. And that was hard for me because I really thought he was my friend. I was close with him. He was my drug dealer for years, you guys. Years. Okay? I went to the same dude for like 10 years. 7 or 8 years, something like that. Long time. Long time. Same guy. And, yeah, so it was hard whenever I stopped talking to him because he was my friend, you know? He was my friend. So, anyway, or I felt like he was my friend. You know what I'm saying? But Anyway, it is what it is. That's over and done with now. That part of my life, that chapter of my life is closed. I'm moving on, and I am living my best life. So I was talking to my friend today, and so I signed up, you guys, for college at Capella University. It's an online school. Because I called and I talked to the treatment center here where I want to work at, and I asked them like what I needed to do to get for credentials. Okay, so they said that I could come there and I could work as like a tech or whatever, like a person that sits behind the desk and like babysits the kids, but that doesn't pay very good. That pays like $10 an hour. Okay, I want to do something to where I can get paid. So they said that in order to get my CADC, which is my licensed counselor thingamajigger, I called up to, damn, my lips look chapped. I called up to it's given through the state Arkansas Drug and Alcohol Administration. Okay, that's how you get your CADC. Now, I can go to college and get my bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in addiction studies. And then I can, but I only have to have like a couple classes to get certified to do the CADC. And but because the other thing would actually mean I was like a psychologist. So all I have to do now is sign up for these classes through the Arkansas Drug and Alcohol Commission thing. I don't really know what it's called, but it took me a minute because there's so many fake websites, you guys, that are online that are selling certifications that are not fucking anything. They're just like certifications for some bullshit. I don't even know. Because there's no like such thing as, how do I explain this? Okay, so there's places that are selling recovery coach certificates, but there's no legal term for recovery coaching. All it is life coaching. Okay, so do you know how like Chris from the Rewired Soul was doing that life coaching stuff? You don't have to have credentials to do that. You can just do it and say you're a life coach. So, thank you, Lisa. I was sorry about that. I was just ignoring it. But good job. So, that's the thing. Like the treatment field right now is so saturated, okay, with people needing help that anyone like me, her opiate fix, George, any one of us could start offering services. Like I can offer you guys recovery coach services. Yes, that's Leonard. So there is a lady and her husband. She calls herself a doctor and she sells recovery coach certificates. But the thing about it is there's no such thing. So she's having people pay her $500 for a certificate that says they're a recovery coach. And basically, like, do you understand what I'm saying? There's nothing that's accredited. It's not recognized in Arkansas. It's not recognized in any state. It's just a printed out piece of paper. Okay. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's no regulation, right? What I'm trying to do, okay, and this is the thing, it takes time to do this. That's why people don't want to do it. They want to start the easy way. But in order for me to be able to charge people for my time, okay, and be and feel okay about it in my heart and know that I'm doing the right thing I need to go and take these classes on addiction studies, okay? Even though I already know all the stuff that is being taught in there, I need to go and take these classes and get these credentials, okay? So that's why I'm going to get my CADC. Now, if people wanted to start working with me and me kind of like coach them and help them to be a sober companion, okay, that's what they're calling it nowadays. You know, I could be a sober companion to somebody, but those people that would need me to do that, they would have to utilize me, because if not, they're just wasting their money. If not, they're paying me and they're not calling me. That's the thing. Do you see what I'm saying? But my whole number one goal on my channel is to always tell people that recovery is free and you can get a sponsor for free through AA. But if somebody saw what I was doing and wanted to utilize me one-on-one, then I'm going to start doing things like that where I can offer that one-on-one service with people. But like I said, I'm going to take a class on ethics. I'm going to take classes on addiction studies. Hey, Nick. So that way, I can give those services to you guys or to whoever wants them, and it'll just make me feel better. But like I said, if I wanted to, and you guys and I wanted to start a Patreon or start out classes and say, hey guys, I'm doing recovery coaching / sober companionship. If you would be interested in my services, here's my card, here's my phone number, here's my email. Reach out to me. It's $25 a session. There you go. Okay? And I could do that. And I'm well within my reach. Like nobody could stop me from doing that, because I have life experience. You know what I'm saying? I have something that a lot of counselors don't have, you know, and that's life experience in addiction and recovery. And some of these counselors, they go to school and they've never even they don't know nothing about drug addiction. They just know what they've heard. Do you know what I'm saying? I know it from living it. And you can't shake a leg at life experience. Some of the best counselors I ever had were ex-dope fiends. And they're the ones that I always wanted to listen to, because I knew that they knew what I had been through. I knew that they knew my pain. Okay? I didn't want to listen to no college person who had never been down through there like I had. I wanted to listen to the ex-junkie. You know? Those are the people that I could relate to. So anyway, that's what I'm working on over here. There are no halfway houses here where I live for women. And I want to open up a halfway house for ladies who have kids who need help. So I was thinking about, I talked to my mom and dad about it. And even I talked to Neil about it. And I was like, we could buy a fixer-upper house in town. And there's grants and all kinds of things that the state would help us. You know, they would give us the money to do it because it's needed here. Because there's nobody doing that here where I live. And I actually have a friend who lives in PA, Philadelphia, and she has a man's halfway house and she named it after her son who passed away from a drug overdose. So I want to help people like that. I want them to be able to come to me and give them a place to live and help them find a job. And I finally feel like I'm at a place in my recovery where I can actually help other people, you know? And so I was even talking to my old counselor from the rehab center that I went to. And, you know, there used to be a women's halfway house here, but it got shut down. And I'm also in touch with some ladies it's a place where the nuns work. And what they do is they go to the jails and they help the girls that are in jail find a place to live when they get out. And they helped me when I got out of prison because it's called Center for Women in Transition, CWIT. And so that's what I want to do. I want to help other girls who are just like me, who maybe are pregnant, maybe they had their kids and they got taken away. Like, I want to do shit like that here in Arkansas for people that I can touch their lives, you know, that are here. You know, I want to go to the homeless shelters and talk to the people there. And so anyway, I was just sharing with you guys, like, I signed up for the college. My friend actually called the college and told them to call me because she knew that I'm so scared that I'm not smart enough. It's been so many years since I went to college. And it's like, I'm so afraid that I'm not going to be able to be good enough. When I was in high school, I was so good at, like, English and science and reading and all those things. But math, oh my God, you guys. I flunked out of math. Like, literally. My teacher, he was a coach, actually, and he passed me with a D. That's how bad I was at it. And so the lady called me yesterday, and I was signing up because I had to do my FAFSA, that, like, thing where you get a loan for school. And I was like, I'm so scared that I'm not going to be able to do it, you know? So, anyway, I just want to make sure that I am, hey, what's up? Hey, Nick. I want to make sure that, like, when I go back to school that, like, I got this all, you know? And it's just so hard, you guys, because, like, I'm 37 years old, and that's what I was talking to the lady about on the phone yesterday. I'm 37 years old, and I just feel like, you know, is it too late for me? You know, is it too late for me to go back? But I know that I've worked so hard on staying sober for almost 4 years now that I want to help other people who are in the same situation as I was. You know? Oh, Nick, that makes me feel better. Did you go back to college to do that? Or did you go back to college, like, after you had been out for a long time? Because that's my whole fear, you guys. Is, like, I've been out for so long. And that's what I told the lady. I was like, listen, this is what I want to do. I want to do a bachelor's in psychology with a minor in addiction studies. That's what I want to do. So that way I can go into a treatment center and be the counselor. I can go into a halfway house and run it if I need to. I could do anything. Like, I would have a whole wide scope of things that I could do to help addicts and alcoholics, right? And so I have been studying my ass off for 3 years to learn about my own addiction. You know what I'm saying? I have been doing my 12 steps with my sponsor and reading the big book from front to back so that way I could learn everything I could about addiction. And so I know that I have the experience, the life experience. What scares me, like, I know I do. What's the only part that scares me is the damn part where it's like, I got to do science, I got to do reading, I got to do math. That's the fucking shit I'm talking about. Like, you throw me in addiction study class, I'll probably make straight A's. Like, I'll tell them all about addiction. You know, like, I know that I know this shit. I just want to, like, learn it and get the stuff so I can really help people. Because what I see so many people doing is starting the way. They start, yeah. And so anyway, I see people wanting to start and they get started and they want the fast way. So they try to start helping people before they really have the credentials to do it legally and make money. You know what I'm saying? Which I think if you're helping people and you're in a 12-step fellowship and you're sponsoring people, that's the way to start out. Like, because I feel like that gives you, like, it helps you to start the step forward. But then when we start working with people who are paying us money, that's where ethics comes into play, and it turns into more of a business situation. So that's why, like, I need to learn that part. I need to learn about the ethics of business and working with someone who is paying me to help them, right? Because I help people for free all the time. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I want to be able to help people and make it my job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to help people for a living. So I want to be able to be what is it called when you work human services, like help people, maybe even like at DHS when they get their kids taken away. I could go there and help the girls who are trying to get their lives back and get their kids back and show them, hey, look, I got my son taken away and now I have him back. You know, hold on, I gotta let these damn dogs in. Come on, Paco. Onyx! Onyx! Oh, hell. He probably jumped the fence. That motherfucker. That motherfucker. Anyway, that's what I want to do with my life, you guys. 37 years old, and I'm just figuring it out. I want to help people. I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to be a lawyer, you guys, okay? And so I had this friend, his name was Nick Jerkowski, and my name was Nicole DeMeo. So I was always like, we're going to have a law firm called ND and ND, right? Oh, really? Our dog's name is Onyx. He's a black lab and chow mix. He's so pretty. He's a fucking dumbass, though. I know he jumped the fence. So anyway, it's fear. Fear keeps me from doing stuff all the time. I know that I just got to take the plunge and do it, you know? So, sorry, I don't mean to get all teary-eyed on you guys. I don't know if any of you guys struggle with this, and let me know if you do. But when you get sober, and, because when I was on drugs, you guys, I was so sure of myself. I was like, I got this, you know, because I had that false sense of confidence because of the drugs. I had this, like, this false thing to fall back on. And so now that I don't have that, I'm so unsure of myself. You know, I'm constantly questioning, you know, myself. And am I doing good enough? Am I helping people? Am I doing the right thing with my YouTube channel? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Like, if you guys have YouTube channels, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think Nick has a Nick has a YouTube channel. You guys go subscribe to his channel. I've shouted him out before. But it's like, I want to do the maximum amount of stuff I can do on my channel to help other people. But then what happens is, like, I got my own life that I'm trying to live here. And that's when shit starts getting complicated. Because, like, oh my God, you guys. Look. It's Neil's dad. Do you see that red cardinal right there on that tree, guys? Do you see that red? Do you see that little red cardinal? There in the middle. He's looking right at me. Hey, Al. I see you over there. That's Neil's dad. I know it is. So, getting all emotional over here. I'm about to cry now. Shit. What time is it? Yeah, he's always told me to go back to college when he was alive, you guys. He would always tell me. This is his office. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of him. That's Al. They called him Wild Al when he was in Vietnam. because he said he was crazy. Yeah, he always told me that, you know, you should go back to college, Nicole. You can do this. He would always build me up, you know, because when I first met Neil, when I first met my husband, you guys, I was like, just like I said, I was strung out. I was strung out. I didn't know which way was up. I didn't know where I was going. I was just so insecure. And like I said, his dad would try to help me to be, you know, a better person. He would help me find jobs. He would, you know, talk sense into me. And I just knew that I loved Neil and I wanted to do better, you know, but I just didn't know how to do better. You know, I feel like with a lot of drug addicts, you guys, like I feel like people that don't understand addiction, they think, oh, they just want to be this way, right? They think they just want to ruin their lives. They just like getting high. That's why they continue to do this. And that's like the farthest thing from the truth. For a lot of us, we're just like, we don't know how to do anything else, right? We don't know how to get sober. We don't know how to stop starting. And once you get into that vicious cycle of like opiate dependency and withdrawal, it's like so hard to stop starting. Because I could stop all the time, you guys. I could stop using all the time. But what would happen is I would always go back because it wasn't even because of the withdrawal, you guys. It was just because I didn't know how to live life sober. It had been so many years since I had stayed sober, you know, and lived life without drugs and alcohol, that it became a working part of my mind to be high. Just like in the big book, how it talks about our sobriety has to become, you know, a habit. It has to become, it becomes a working part of the mind when we practice it, because it's a new habit, right? Oh, honey, when I lost my son, that was my main motivation, because I was like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? That's what kicked me into recovery, was losing my child. Because real talk, Nick, I didn't give a damn about me. I didn't care if I lived or died, because I just didn't care. But when they took my kid away from me, I was like, honey, this is not going to go down, because I wanted to be a mom so bad, you guys. Like, when I found out that I was pregnant with Nate, I was so fucking excited. I was scared, but I was excited, because I always wanted to have a baby. You know, I always wanted to be a mom, like my mom. And that's how I would think. I would think, I'm going to be a mom just how my mom was. I'm going to be the best mom. And, I'm just grateful that I can be a good mom now. Do not cry, Nicole. I just put a mascara on, y'all. I'm just grateful I can be a mom now. Because I used to not even be able to do shit. Look at this purse Neil got me, you guys. It's all leather. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, okay. Put that in there. Bam. Okay, chingity bops. I guess I'm going to get off here, my people. I hope you guys have a great day, and I just liked coming on and popping on and letting you guys know what's going on in my life. Wish me luck. I will let you guys know when I start doing my first class, because I might have to come on and ask y'all some questions. So it's all on the computer. Yeah, that's the thing, Nick. I want to be able to say, you guys, like, look, this is what we have to do. We have to, because it's so easy to like jump out in front of things and start doing things before we actually should be doing them, you know? And that's why I want to get my shit together and get certified, so that way, dude, we could all, listen to this, we could start a huge like treatment center, and I could be the lead psychologist, dun 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 dun, and then I could hire you guys if y'all are sober, and you guys could come and like help me run the treatment center. It would be amazing. That's how I think. Like, I'm like, we can help so many people, you guys. And think of all the treatment centers I've been to. I've been to 5 rehabs. I want to be able to help people like all the people that I met in those treatment centers helped me. I met so many awesome people who were living their lives sober, who used to be dope addicts, and they were helping, you know? So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll let you know when I do my first class, because it's online classes, and I'll let y'all know how it pans out. But I should be able to get my degree, she said, in 31 months. So that's about 3 years. So